back. I forgot we canceled him. What's going on, everyone? Danny V here, and welcome back to the Danny Vega Show. I know it's been a while. I got a new job that took me away from everything, but that didn't pan out, so I quit that place. Now I'm back. Let's jump right into it. So last night I saw Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I was so hyped. If you guys saw, like right here, boom. If you guys saw, well, whichever one it is. If you saw my reaction to the trailer, Let There Be Carnage, I was so hyped because Venom is legit my favorite anti-hero of the whole Marvel franchise, and I loved when he was a villain. And then Carnage, my God, when I was a kid, especially watching the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoon, I was absolutely hyped to see this movie. But you know what they say about expectations, right? Holy shit, did I suffer. Man, this movie's not hot garbage like Captain Marvel, but this movie was bad. They said it was written by Tom Hardy, but dude, my gosh, the story, man, was bad. The whole story is that Eddie messes up everything again, and him and Venom have the same relationship again that they did in the first movie. Talk about character regression, man. It's the same way I felt about Guardians 2, that it's just like, dude, there's been a time gap between the first movie and the second movie. In the end of the first movie, you guys came together, but then why the hell are we fighting on the same subject of, oh, I'm misunderstood, etc., etc. in Guardians? Same thing I felt like this with Venom. At the end of Venom 1, we got the "we are Venom." They're supposed to be in unison. Now all of a sudden, they're not. Why? And there's no real reason why. It's just, oh, I don't want him to eat people, and he does. That, to me, is not enough motivation to have them bumping heads. And then, on top of that, the story's really, really slow. It's really slow until you get to the part that Carnage and Venom are actually fighting, and until Carnage shows up, and that's not till like past halfway of the movie. And if it's not, and if it is halfway of the movie, my God, that's how slow I'm telling you it is. It just feels that way. Woody Harrelson did a fantastic job about playing Cletus Cassidy, man. Like that whole psychopath thing, he was in his element. I love him. I think he's an underrated actor. I think he's absolutely incredible. So is Naomi Harris, man. I was just hoping that she didn't calypso this character, and she totally didn't. I think she was more believable to me being crazy. Well, I wouldn't say more believable. I would just say I think her performance definitely was different than Woody Harrelson's, but there was one point that she got annoying to me, and I was like, why is she so like, ugh? And then I realized, oh yeah, they're both crazy. What a fantastic job. I felt like an idiot after. But no, them playing Shriek and Carnage and definitely having that chemistry together, I think it was great. The only thing, though, is that I don't like that they changed her powers, that she has to inhale like the lady from Kung Fu Hustle. I don't like that, man. I really don't. I love Shriek's powers in the comic book, that she can use it with her hands, too. I really do like that, and I like that her eye glows, kind of like Cable when she uses it, but nope. And like I said, there's a lot of things. I know it's a movie, I know it's different, but there's a lot of things that just really, really bug me. One thing that really, really bugs me is that Carnage's voice was deep. I was like, ugh! I hated it because I felt like he sounded too much like Venom and Riot. But in the cartoon, I guess it's just 90s nostalgia feel that I like when, you know, Cletus Cassidy had the higher pitched voice, and, you know, so did Carnage.
Think of the damage we can do now, man!
I really expected that, so when I heard the low, deep voice, I was like, oh, why? Like, I was expecting to have like this creepy voice that you're just like, oh, like in Shudder, but we don't. The one thing I do like, I loved how Carnage looked, and then not only that, he came out of Cletus's body because of the blood thing, and then not only that, if you pay close attention to his tentacles and symbiote, it's the shape of DNA, and I thought, wow, that's really, really spot on. The coolest thing that ever could possibly happen was that post-credit scene. Man, that post-credit scene, I know I'm ruining it, and I don't give a damn. The fact that we had this spoiled and leaked already about Venom crossing over with Spider-Man didn't do the actual scene justice. And man, when you see them lying in bed and then you see the magic of Doctor Strange happening and he gets pulled into that multiverse, oh my God. Because both Eddie and Venom are like, what'd you do? And he's like, well, it wasn't us. Then you see that it crosses over to Tom Holland's universe. Mwah. I hope Venom makes an appearance. I am telling you, I hope he at least makes an appearance in a post-credit scene or something. Like that right there, I legit yelled so loud in the theater. I heard someone's ears next to me. I'm sorry. We all know that Carnage is more powerful than Venom. In this movie, it didn't seem that way either. It seemed like, oh yeah, like Carnage had the upper hand a little bit, like after he bit the father's head off. That's not how it's supposed to be. Like each offspring of the prior symbiote is supposed to be way stronger. Hence why Carnage is stronger than Venom, why Toxin is stronger than both of them. So for me, like I would love to see them fight at the beginning and you can see that he can't win and he has to team up with either Shriek or somebody else to make it happen or just outsmart him some way to make it happen. But you know what the problem is? The problem is this, is that this is what happens when you try to make Venom movies without Spider-Man. This is exactly the problem because you're taking the main source of what Venom is and the storylines of other symbiotes. Like, that's a Spider-Man story. Venom and Spider-Man both had to fight Carnage, especially when Carnage teamed up with Shriek and other villains. That was a huge, huge thing. And then when Toxin came around, again, no one could beat him. Venom and Carnage couldn't beat him, and then who was it? It was Spider-Man that ended up doing the Uncle Ben thing. Like, hey, buddy, I'm here for you. What's up? Also, it's really hard to do this movie rated PG-13. You definitely needed to be rated R. We can't be politically correct with this movie. Like, they try to do that message too, like, oh yeah, we should be accepting who we are. I was just like, why is Venom saying that? Venom doesn't give a shit. Like, come on, man. First, you just had him curse out Eddie Brock, and now we're supposed to be politically correct. Get out of my face with that, man. One thing I did love about this movie, I loved when they show how messed up Cletus was. I feel like they try to like go crazy, but not too crazy. It's just like, oh, we gotta walk on eggshells. Don't want to get anyone mad. I love that crazy origin of Cletus Cassidy. They should have made it rated R and should have made it super graphic, just like in the comic books. So yeah, I think that was the big issue. For me, I would have changed the story up a bit, try to make it better. Overall, I'm not a fan, man. I'm sorry. I really wanted to like this movie, but I'm not. But those are my thoughts. Comment below of what you thought about Let There Be Carnage. If you loved it, if you hated it, if you thought it was meh, just let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you love this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell button for more future videos. I love you. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Peace.